Live.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
Late. I'm late. Everybody wants to talk to me. I picked this day to do the podcast, so no one would talk to me. It's the middle of the week. No one talks to you during the middle of the week. Well, today everyone wanted to talk to me. All right, here we go. Oh, God, what the hell? Hold on. Got other stuff playing here. Sorry. Oh, I do that a lot. Here we go.
Oh, I don't know what this thing is. I think it's a strip show, dance show.
Work there, dude.
Welcome to
DeaconLive.
DeaconLive.
Live.
Well,
Welcome back, guys. On today's show, should we move to Italy or West Virginia? And would you shrink your brain to become a queen? And am I a metahuman? And I guess dancing with someone else's body parts on TikTok is bad for some reason at all. Or for some reason. All this and much more will be discussed here on DeaconLive. How are you? How are things going? How are things? The weather's it's starting to heat up out there. 6 weeks of winter. 6 weeks of winter. What do you mean 6 weeks of winter? We had one full week after Ponce Phil did his thing, and the next week we had temperatures up in the 60s and then 70s here in Carolinas. Now, for those of you who don't know, we broadcast in the Queen City studio just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, in a beautiful little town we like to call Marshville. And population, I think we lost a couple people, so we're down to, I think, 2,497 people, something like that. But here we are in the beautiful North Carolina state of North Carolina. And it's hot. I think it was 82 today. It's going to get, I think, 72, but it's nice and breezy. But nonetheless, we're having good times here, and I hope you're having good times as well. Now, one thing I'm not having good times about, and I always fill you in a little bit of what goes on in my life, and then we get into all the funny stuff, the fluffy stuff, and then all the news articles and stuff that you might have missed during your normal scanning of Facebook and all your other social media networks and stuff. So I told you about my doctor, my nurse practitioner, and got all mad at me because I was not going to get the coronavirus at the time. Well, so the good thing about, modern technology is a great thing all in general. I mean, it either helps you or harms you in one way or form or fashion, and we'll get into that. But this way, I've got my phone, and all of a sudden, over the weekend, I get a text message, like Saturday. Ding! All right, it's Atrium Healthcare, and you have an appointment this Monday for the doctor I just saw. And I'm going, well, it's kind of weird. Now, let me explain to you what happened. A continuation of what happened last week. So as I'm leaving the doctor's office, I have no paperwork in my hand. I have nothing. I just have the little piece of paper that says, I'll see you in a year, and then that's it. But meanwhile, my conversation with the nurse practitioner, made up title, said that she wanted to see me in 3 months to double check on some stuff. I'm like, okay, no problem. So as I got my blood work done, and they just kind of let you roam freely out the side door because no one really knows where you're supposed to be anyway. So I kind of walk out, and I get out in the main foyer area there, and all the little nurses are behind the desk, and they got the glass shield in front of their face. And I'm kind of like, you kind of stand there. You don't want to be rude. You're just waiting to catch their eye. And I catch the one lady's eye, and she's standing there, and she looks at me like, yes, can I help you? In her mind, she's probably like, you're obviously lost. What do you want? Is basically what her face said to me. I said, Jennifer wants to see me in about 3 months, but I really don't have any paperwork or anything. How do I need to schedule out with you? Or is it magically going to appear? I'm going to get another text message. No, we can schedule it. What's your name again? Told her my name, and who was your, Jennifer? Yep. All right. So 3 months from now? I said, yeah. I said, Monday morning would be the best thing. Early morning, we have 7:30. Whoa, wait a minute. You don't know. My early is obviously different than your early. Your early is 7:30. My early, to get to this side of town, which is an hour away, is 9 o'clock. That means I have to get up at 7:30, shower and shave, get on the road by 8 to be here, quote unquote, by 9 o'clock. Let's do 9 o'clock. Well, I don't have anything this date. Okay, 3 months from now, so that puts us into July. July 5th's a holiday for us. I've got July 12th at 7:30 or 11. I said I'll take the 11. 11 o'clock a.m. I can do that. No problem. All right. See ya. Kind of went, okay, what else do you want? I'm like, that's it. So I left, went home, went on about my day, and I get a text message saying that I have an appointment this past Monday. Of course, this being the middle of the week now. And I'm like, I don't think that's right. Sure enough, Sunday afternoon, I get a phone call from Atrium Medical, whatever it is, the North Carolina Health Center here in the Carolinas, whatever the main staple of everyone is. And, hi, Mr. Deacon. Just want to confirm you've got an appointment this Monday at 12, or the 12th on, at 11 o'clock. I go, all right, here we go. I got to explain it to this person. So I explained it to him. I said, look, I don't know what happened. I set it for 3 months from the other day. And, well, let me check 3 months for... No, I don't have anything like that. Okay, so what are we doing here? Well, I explained again, and they're like going, oh, see, that makes sense. She didn't change the month. She just put you on the 12th of 11 o'clock on the 12th for this month, and didn't change the month that it was supposed to be at. I said, okay, well, how do we fix that? All right, well, let's go. Let's see if that's available still. Oh, sorry. Of course it's not available. 4 days have gone by. Nope, that's not available. July, no. End of July, nope, booked. How about a Wednesday afternoon around 4 o'clock? And I laugh. And the reason why I laugh is because this is what I do Wednesdays at 4 o'clock. And I'm like, no, in my mind, I'm like, nope, that's not going to work. All right. So Thursday at 7 a.m., again, I laugh because this is what I do Wednesday at 4 o'clock. And then there's a lot of post-party, post-show activities that doesn't allow me to get up at 7 o'clock the next day. All right, got it? You guys understand where I'm going. All right. Well, the next, let's see, she's typing. All right. Well, August 20-something, and I'm like going, as long as it's a Monday, as long as it's around 11 o'clock, not between 9 and 11, I'll take it. Yeah, we got one. All right, fine. So here I am thinking, I've gone through my whole entire doctor's appointment. She's yelling at me about COVID-19. I'm not getting it or whatever. And they're doing my blood work and papers getting passed over here and there. And I go up to the front desk. I haven't left the building yet. I haven't done anything. Hey, I was just in that door a minute ago. Now came out of that room, and I'm here standing next to you telling you that I need 3 months from today, that I need another doctor's appointment. And you haphazardly, gruffle breath or whatever you want to call it, fucked up my appointment. and now I've got it down in August. I was sitting right here. It's not like I left the building or anything. We had everything. I even said to her, do her notes reflect this? Yeah, someone will put them in later. Later? All right. Maybe I jumped the gun. Maybe I should have just walked out the building and let nature take its course. Let's let her put in all her notes. And then someone would call me and say, yes, Jennifer, special Jennifer wants to see me 3 months from now. What's a great time for you that we can stop everything here at our location at the Atrium Healthcare in, not even downtown Charlotte. It's in Cornelius, which is outside of Charlotte. It's a fancier place. But anyways, nonetheless, that's where all the hospital stuff, all the medical stuff. When can we shut everything down to let you come into our office so you can bless us with your ailments? That's all I wanted. Is that too much to ask for? So that's all squared. That's all taken care of. But I do have an appointment for my back. And they did call me because Jennifer, my nurse practitioner, she said, I'll set up the referral. Okay, you'll set it up. That's what I heard. And then, sure enough, 3 days later, I get a phone call from a call center. Hi, may I speak to Mr. Deacon, please? Hey, this is me. Hey, this is Veronica over at Dr. Thatcher Seindel and Bile. And we just want to know that if you want to schedule your appointment for your because I've got a bad back. I've got a slip herniated degenerated disc in my back. It's causing problems in my leg. It's causing problems with me walking around, yada, yada, yada. So that's all taken care of. Yeah, I'll take that appointment. As long as it's between Monday, 9 and 11. Oh, yeah, we got you. No problem. See you later. As soon as she hung up, I got a text message within 2 hours. Scheduled appointment's already done. See, that's how easy it was. The other lady, huff and gruff behind the counter, she looked like, oh, God, what'd she look like? Here I am beating her up. She has no grounds to stand on to defend herself. She looked like, I don't know, frumpy dumpy, someone's grandmother, early grandmother. Well, kind of missed the old... oh no, she's got short hair. When a woman gets a certain age, the hair goes automatically up to the ears and gets done every Saturday for church on Sunday, and then that's the same hairstyle she's got for the rest of the week. You know what I'm talking about, that kind of grandmother. So that's what I had to deal with. All right, well, one of the things that Dr. Jennifer, she's not a doctor, nurse practitioner, I don't want to give her too much credit, said to me, because I was talking about some medication and stuff that I don't know if I need to be on or should be on. And she's like, well, did you take any medication as a child? And I said, well, you know what, Doc? I believe I did. Well, that's going to determine what medication that I give you now as an adult. I said, okay, can you talk to your mom? Oh, God. All right. Well, when we come back, I'll tell you the conversation I had with my mom. And for those of you who are diehard listeners of the show, you know the situations and stuff, talking to my mom or trying to get a hold of my mom. And my mom's not really too tech savvy. So we'll dive into that here and then jump into the show as well when we come back. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Make sure you follow us on all our social networks and all our social contacts. And the way you do that is go to Prophet Radio, PROPHET Radio. Click on the social contacts. Let me make sure I got that screen up over there. There it is right there. Click on social contacts, and while you're there, you can get yourself some free swag. Fill out the little form. I'm not gonna do anything with the email address. I just need someone to send my free stuff to. I'm not gonna sell it to anyone. Believe me, I ain't got that much time and talent on my hands. Now, speaking of time and talent, I would like to congratulate a good friend of mine. I also do another podcast show. In between these shows here, it's called Is This Going Somewhere? And we just signed a contract with iHeartRadio. And we just got picked up by iHeartRadio, which is sweet. So you can check those out as well. It's I do it with a good friend of mine I worked for several years with. He's an older gentleman. His name is Dan. And he left his occupation of 20-some-odd years when the COVID-19 virus first happened. So we've been doing a year's worth of show, and they're about 19 episodes each season, about 3 months in rotation, and we're in the middle of season 4. So if you want to listen to all that, they're a little bit darker conversations, but it's his point of view as far as how he takes care of his wife and what he worries about. I mean, he physically will wear a mask while talking on the phone with me. That's how paranoid he is, and I kind of talk him off the ledge a little bit. And it's called Is This Going Somewhere? And you can find that out as well on iHeartRadio and all your other podcatchers out there. So I was talking to my nurse practitioner, Jennifer. We're calling her Jennifer. We're formal now, or casual now. She didn't stick her finger in my butt. And we were talking. I said, you know what? I don't know if I need... Tell me about this drug called Adderall. She's like, why? Why do you need it? I go, well, there's sometimes... I got a lot here now that, I'm doing... 3 shows a week. I know that sounds simple for all those people that work like regular jobs and stuff, but for every 1 hour show, there's 3 hours of prep in between. Anyways, it's a long story. Anyway, so I'm like, I get kind of scatterbrains and I kind of click and surf, and my mind wanders. It loses focus. Do I need? Is there different levels of Adderall? She goes, well, I don't know. Do you have attention deficit disorder? I said, I'm sorry, what? I wasn't paying attention. Did you say something? She said, well, as a child, were you diagnosed with any kind of problem? Like, ADHD, hypertension, anything like that? And I go, well, I said I was, I don't know if I was diagnosed. I was went to a pediatrician. I'm 6, 7, 8 years old. I don't know, Flintstone vitamins from freaking hard-ass drugs. Why is there smoke coming out of here? So I said, well, I remember there was a point in my time, I don't know when your memories, I don't know what age memories start making you or shape the way you are from a child now to an adult. I don't know what age that's at, but this is the age that I remember. I remember I was always anxious all the time as a child. I don't know what caused it. I would panic. I would get nervous. I'd make myself sick. I didn't want to go to the bathroom because I was too embarrassed to go to the bathroom. It was a whole ordeal. Come on over. Doors wide open. Sit on this bench. You can enjoy my life here for a little bit. And I said I was taking a pill, a small pill, and we'll get to the phone call here in a little bit. A small pill before school. For several years, I took a small pill for school. Well, do you know what it was, Jennifer? Do you know what it was? I said, no, I don't remember. Well, who does? Is your mom and dad still around? Yeah, I said, yeah, they're fine. They're over in Claremont, Florida. And yeah, they're living over there. I said, okay. She's like, can you talk to your mom? I go, well, it's a complicated question. It's a loaded question. Can I talk to her? Yeah. Will she understand what I'm saying? I don't know. Because my mom is she's got ailments. Every time you call her, it's like, how are you? I'm fine. Well, let me tell you what's going on. And I know that, sitcoms and scenarios are, the dog puked on the floor and your father had to go get it. And you've heard it a million times. I'm not going to bore you with the stories, but I'll tell you the conversation I had with my mom. First of all, a little backstory. I don't really get along with my mom too much as far as conversation-wise because she and my father have spent all their money and they're like now just scraping by on whatever Social Security and all that other stuff. Not that that's your fault or my fault or anyone's like that. They just had no savings. They're the adults that lived through the 70s and 80s, and money was plentiful and stuff. They had no nest egg, no savings or anything. So now they're that age. I'm sure a lot of you people can understand that, where they're living off Social Security. I'm on a fixed income. I've got I can only spend $30 on groceries instead of $25. It's a whole sad situation, but still, no what was me. They're good. They got a nice house. They've got a nice place to live. They got 2 vehicles that run, and my dad works part-time as a courier. He loves it. Gets them out of the house. Wait for my mom. So I said, and the family at one time was asking me, my family, that are in the area. I know I'm backtracking here. The family that's in the area that is well off to help my mom and dad, and I'm here in North Carolina, is asking me for money. I don't know. Can you your mom's 50th wedding anniversary is coming up. Do you mind giving us or giving her? She really needs it. She really needs it. Hey, do me a favor. You're throwing a party? Nix the party, give her the money. Problem solved, right? All right. I'm getting out of control here. I know. Digging it up. You can see it in my eyes. I'm crying. So I said, all right, Jennifer, I'll call my mom and see how that goes. So I call her up. Actually, she called me. Just ironically, she called me and I returned her phone call. Mom, hey. Hi. What's going on? I just haven't talked to you in a while. I just want to make sure that you're okay. I'm fine. How are you guys doing? Well, oh God, here we go. It's like pulling a pin on a grenade and throwing it. Well, your father and this and me. I'm like, all right. So I got right to the chase. Skipped right to it. Got right to the chase. Mom, do you remember when I was a child, you were giving me medication? Huh? Yes. You were giving me medication. I'm in a wheelchair now. Do you know that? Is it an electric wheelchair? I don't. Mom, can you use your arms to move the wheelchair? Your father knows what it. I don't know. All right, Mom. Focus, please. When I was in elementary school and going to junior high, I was on some kind of small little round pill that was like orange or salmon colored, and you said it was my school-itis drug. And my God-given name, she called me my God-given name. And she would go through the whole list of everyone who lived in the house before she would get to my name. And the dog's name too. Muffy, Dub, Jim, Trav. What are you talking about? Mom, I was on medication. I'm your only son. I was on medication. Now, don't get me wrong. She's not senile. She's not crazy. She hasn't lost her mind. I can have conversations about television shows and everything that goes on. But she's like, I don't know. Mom, I'm your only child. You don't know if I was on any kind of medication throughout my whole entire childhood life? No. All right. That's all I need to know. You guys doing all right? Yep. Okay. See you later. So now I've got to go back to Jennifer and tell her this story. Actually, I'll just play her the podcast. She'll probably understand right away. And so, yeah, I guess I was on. My mom kept saying Ritalin, not Ritalin. She called it something else. And I said, Mom, are you talking about Ritalin? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, but I need to know. So I'm going to assume in the early stages of my childhood, my development, the memories that helped me shape me to be an adult who I am today, what I am today, was based on forms of sedative Ritalin in my childhood. So that's it. That's all I have to say. That's it was just an odd experience. And so now I have to go through all these tests and stuff to make sure that my brain's not completely corroded with the Ritalin and stuff as my brain matured as a small child. All right, when we come back, I know. Enough about me. Get to the funny. All right, we'll get to the funny and all the other stuff going on in this crazy, wide, mixed-up world that we live in. So you're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. Stick around. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. You want some free stuff? Of course, everyone wants free stuff or wants stuff for free. Go over to Prophet Radio. That's Prophet Radio. Click on the social contacts, and you'll see a little thing that says swag that drops down. Click on that. We got a couple items. We're working on getting you some new items here, but we got some free items out there. Just fill out the form there. I'm not going to keep your address. Believe me, as soon as it comes in, it's right out the door. I don't care, about doing anything with your email address. But we'll send you some free stuff. Those are outside the country, all our listeners overseas, Australia, India. We love you guys as well over there in Ireland. Big fan base over there. I think I saw Pakistan and some other Central American countries, and we appreciate all you guys. Unfortunately, I think it's going to take a little bit longer for those free items to get to you. So please understand, and we thank you. Now, someone that's saying no thank you is this young woman right here. Now, you guys are familiar with TikTok. Now, TikTok itself has taken over the world by storm. There's all the different dances. There's all these like how-to videos. And did you know, like there's makeup videos and cooking videos and how to build this and how to build that. And, I was this year or today year old when I learned this and learned that. There's all a bunch of things that TikTok's good for. It's good for. And there's also a lot of entertainment value and stuff. A Brazilian plastic surgeon was suspended from her job after posting a bizarre TikTok dance, posting all her bizarre TikTok dances featuring bags of human flesh and fat. I know. Maybe their dancing wasn't that great. She needed to throw a little something else in it. And what does she do? She grabs some fat and some body parts and stuff, starts dancing around. Karen Tresalio Garcia is known for posting popular surgical-related videos on TikTok. Now, just to give you a little background story on her, she is a plastic surgeon, so this is nothing new for her to be around these body parts and stuff. And there's a couple of videos here. Let's see, and let's see if I can play these so you guys can hear it. Now, for every podcast we do, we also have a matching video. And the way you see that is go to prophetradio.com, click on Deacon Live, and you can see the video as well. So here she is. Sorry. Now she's Brazilian, so she's speaking Portuguese. So here she is, like a consultation.
O vibrolito é semelhante a uma britadeira, então ele tem uma força intensa na ponta. Já a lipoaspiração da seringa é a seringa conectada a uma cânula que não tem ponta, a ponta é romba. Então o vibrolito é como se fosse
she has a legit practice, and this is what she does. And so, like, I looked at her YouTube page, and she's got like maybe 600 subscribers. She's only got like 4 or 5 videos up there, and it shows like breast implants and how she's holding them. Like, these are breast implants. This is how liposuction gets done. But I guess her job got really boring because right now she is taking body parts or body stuff, taking off of patients and dancing around with them. And here she is, if you're watching the video here. Now this one's, I tried to look for the uncensored video, but she is dancing around with, hold on, here we go. And this sounds like, I think it's the Spanish version or the Portuguese version of, or was it, Old Town Road. So here you go. Which is sad. Now here she is. She's putting on her gloves. The blurred out there looks like a huge. You ever seen a rack of ribs, like pork ribs? The thing that she's holding up is probably not that there's bones in or anything. It's probably as long as the side of a cow. It looks like a side of a cow. Here she is dancing with it. Look what I pulled off of someone. Here she is doing another video. Oh, wait, I'll be right back. Look at this. Here's 500 cc's of fat I just pulled off of someone. And she's dancing in this, and she's got like LED lights and a whole production. And she's dancing around all crazy like. In the videos now removed from the platform, Garcia performed dances to upbeat music while waving around massive hunks of skin, fat, and flesh she allegedly removed from her patients. In a particular video, Garcia holds up a large cut of skin with the caption, "Today's trophy," and smiling and wiggling it about like, "Hello, look what I got today." Garcia also posted several videos where she pranced about in her scrubs holding clear bags that supposedly contain human fat that she just removed from liposuction procedure. Well, she should go, like, if we know anything about the movies, that's the best stuff to make soap out of. Google search it, you'll know what I'm talking about. These videos were accompanied by flashy captions, labeled bags of fat, and the words saying, this is the breast, and this is the underarm fat. So this is she labeled the bags, what she was doing, where she was cutting it off. Gross! Is it gross? I mean, at what point, now, unethical, is it in bad taste? Yes, it is. But at what point when something leaves your body, for example, let's say someone pulls a tooth, doctor pulls your tooth, dentist pulls your tooth, all right, tooth is gone. What if they show that tooth on a video? Like, hey, look, medical purposes. We pulled this tooth from Deacon today, and as you can see, the root around here is rotted and all that stuff. All right, so that's fine. Now, what if the dentist goes, all right, we pulled this tooth out, and as you can see, it's rotted right here, and if I shake it just right with the other 3 teeth, I can roll them like dice. I mean, where does the funny start and the seriousness stops? There's a very gray line there. So she's jumping around with these pieces of body parts. At what point do you say, hey, can you put that down? That used to be me, I guess. I don't know. Can I say anything? You can't because you're out. You're unconscious or anything. So be careful what you put out there on the TikTok, especially poor taste, good taste. It's wide open for you. I guess it all depends on getting all the shares and all the likes and all the clicks. All right, when we come back, are you willing to shrink your brain to become the queen? What does that mean? I'll dive into that here when we get back. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. Stick around. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Make sure you follow us on all your social contacts and all the stuff that links us to you and you to us by going to Prophet Radio, PROPHET Radio. Click on all those things. Surf around there. You can see the Is This Going Somewhere podcast, our secondary podcast that we do in between these shows. A little bit more frequent than the once-a-week shows that we do here. And also, you can see every podcast we do. We have a matching video and all the stuff shared on Deacon Live. You can click on those and backtrack if you missed it the first time around. Now, circling the drain is America's largest fast food chain is now in a downward spiral. Now, can you think of, America's largest fast food chain? A lot of people think it's McDonald's. No. A lot of people think it's, KFC or all the other companies. No. Believe it or not, Subway is America's largest fast food chain by the number of locations. Now, so it's hard to imagine that we'd see a world without Subway itself. But the chain has closed more locations than any other rival since last year. Rumors of troubled operations and impending sales are swirling the drains of Subway. Subway has shuttered almost nearly 1,800 domestic locations since the beginning of 2020, right when the pandemic happened. This total number of restaurants has decreased from 23,800 in 2019 all the way to 22,000 currently. During the same time of the period, sales plummeted from $10.2 billion to $8.3 billion. So, I mean, that's, you lose $2 billion. Are you mad? Are you upset? You know what? They blame a lot on the new chicken sandwich that's coming out. Now, the CEO has said that they've laid off about 500 employees from the company's headquarters. And also, they blame cutting roast beef and rotisserie chicken from the menu this past June, which actually some operators strongly disagreed with because those are the two proteins that everyone loves Subway for. Now, they're not the best proteins because it's all processed food. And then they said the company rolled out the $5 footlongs when you buy any two. Again, you have to understand some of these companies or some of the stores are actual franchise or franchise. And they said that, we're losing money already on this stuff. So a lot of them didn't participate in it. Well, of course, their sales tanked. So downward spiral itself becomes. Now, there are two restaurant brands that are trying to buy or incorporate Subway. And one of them is Restaurant Brand International, the parent company of Burger King, Popeyes, and Tim Hortons. And also Inspire, which owns Arby's, Sonic, and among others, have looked at purchasing Subway over the past year. So we've reached out to Subway, and they have no comment. So you might see a big change in a year's time about Subway. Now, they've done a great job as far as like eat fresh and stuff, but you can eat fresh all day long, but if you ain't got the meats, you ain't got the meats. And they're trying to do the whole protein thing. They're getting like football stars and athletes and saying, double your protein, double this, double that. It's not working. It's not working. Now, someone that's actually working double time, imagine, if you will, step back in time or step back into a world where anyone in your community, in your population, could be the leader, hence the United States. To a certain point, people can argue back and forth. It's a monarch, not a monarchy, but it all depends on money and stuff. Now, think about a colony of people where everyone's the same. Male and female, we're all the same. And the females have a chance to become the leader based on just because they can reproduce. I know a lot of women out there are throwing their high heels at their little smart speaker, Alexa and stuff. What the fuck is he talking about? What I'm talking about is the Indian jumping ant. Actually known as, you ready for this? Hyperpegnathos saltatolar, as many people call them. I don't call them that. The 1-inch arthropod, found in the floodplains across India, has a 4-inch vertical leap, oh Jesus, and the ability to take down a prey nearly twice its size. Let's not bring those over here to the United States. Let's keep the Indian jumping ant over there in India, people. Thanks. Oh, God, excuse me. In studies published Wednesday in the journal Proceeding of the Royal Society B, scientists found that the Indian jumping ants can shrink their brains to nearly 20% and then unshrink them within a matter of weeks. Although other insects like honeybees and all that have been known to increase their brain size, the Indian jumping ant is the first insect capable of doing both, increasing and decreasing its brain size. Researchers behind the study says that the female of the ant species uses its ability to prepare their bodies for reproduction. So what happens is the queen is getting old. You know where I'm going? Hear what I'm saying out there, people? The queen is getting old. So the other females in the colony start battling each other like a battle royale. So there might be 100, 100, 200, however many females, because everyone's a worker ant in this colony, in the Indian jumping ant colony. Now, when the queen jumping ant dies, about 70% of the females in her colony enter this battle royale tournament that lasts up to 40 days, where the competitors beat each other with their own antennas. They snip, they gouge, they poke their fingers in their eyeballs and do all that stuff until there's 5 to 10 victors left. These victors spend at least 10 days rest, and then what they're doing is they're getting ready to produce. I can be a good mother. So they start shrinking their brain. Now what they're doing is they're kind of diminishing what they actually need. Now, if you're the queen, you don't have to hunt anymore. If you're a female and you're trying to be a queen, you don't need to hunt anymore. You don't need to see anymore. You don't have to take care of your body anymore. So what they're doing is they're shrinking those parts of their brain down, which is magnificent if you think about it. I'm an ant. I don't need to. What if you're a human? I'm a human. I don't need to see anymore. And shut that part of your brain down. That part of your brain shrinks, and you're just like, all right, I can't see anymore, but I can hear really good. The Indian jumping ant shrinks its brain down with the 10 survivors, shrink their brain down to become more fertile. They don't need to hunt for food anymore. Shut that part down. I don't need to see anymore because we're buried down in the ground. Shut that part down. I don't need to do like manual labor. Shut that part down. All I need to do is keep alive the little productivity, my little baby maker. Keep that thing going. And then, of course, the nest will choose one of the 10. They all sit up on the like who gets the last rose. And then, of course, ant 3 gets the rose. Oh my God, Teresa, you did it. And everyone claps. And the other 9 ants increase the size of their brains and I guess go back to work. How would that be if you were the other 9 ants? You had to go back to your job. You were on the thing trying to be the queen, and now you got to go back to digging in the friggin' ditches and the trenches of the Indian jumping ant mound, and you're sitting there next to Charles. Thank you. You're sitting next to Charles, and Charles goes, "Hey, don't I know you?" No, that's someone else. No. I know you. You were trying to be the queen, weren't you? No, it's someone else. No, you were. I had my votes for you. I called, I dialed, I did the whole text thing. You should have been queen. That other hussy was too much. I know. And now you see why I need the medicine that I asked for. Oh, God. All right. When we come back, maybe I should move. Maybe we should all move to this. No, don't move with me. You don't want me as a neighbor. But there's certain places out there that are offering you money just to move to. So if you want a simpler life, and maybe if you have a little bit of a nest egg saved up, you can move out there and probably live a good free life at an early age if you saved up right. We'll dive into that here in just one sec. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Make sure you follow us on all your social contacts, and while you're there, go over to Bad Calls. And Bad Calls is a little section over there on Prophet Radio, PROPHET Radio. I get a bunch of telemarketer calls here at the station. I got one earlier on the air, so I was just kind of hung up on him. I wasn't ready to talk to him. But what I try to do is I try to keep him on the phone as long as I can with the false story and fake names and stuff. And there's probably, I think, a good 200 or 300 different, and they're like a minute, 2 minutes. Someone... I got into a 41-minute conversation with someone trying to sell me whether car insurance or extended warranties and stuff. So check those out as well. Go over to ProphetRadio.com, click on Bad Calls, and click on, everyone's got a little description about them. So you check them out. Not for safe at work. I say a lot of bad stuff in there, so just to give you a heads up, don't show your boss. Check this out. Cocksucker. Oh, shit. Bad words. Now, someone who's probably saying bad words right now is this young lady right here, a former Louisiana police dispatcher was arrested after she allegedly would not return $1.2 million that was accidentally deposited into her account. I know you're like going, tough shit, I'm gone. I'm taking the money and run. Now, if your bank does that, of course, they just turn around and, I don't want to subscribe. Thank you very much. They'll just turn around and pull it right back out from the avenue that it came into. All right, so no, thank you. I gotta do this the hard way. Bear with me. In New Orleans, Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office, said the former dispatcher had been arrested after she allegedly refused to return $1.2 million that was accidentally placed into her bank account. Now, hold on. Kellen Spadoni, 33, was fired from her job, and she was booked with the theft value of over $25,000 in bank fraud, an illegal transmission of monetary funds. Now, hold on. You're like, well, yeah, she should have given it back. Wait a minute. It was later learned, I'm going to call her by her first name, Kellen moved the money to another account and used some of the money to purchase a new car, a new house, and a bunch of other little odds and ends stuff. According to the lawsuit from Charles Schwab Company, they attempted to contact her several times but were very unsuccessful. So far, 75% of the money has been recovered, but Kaylin is currently being held in the Jefferson Parish Correctional Facility on a $50,000 bond. Now, so listen to this. So Charles Schwab is a fiduciary. It is a, you can get your taxes done there. You can get, you can invest in stuff. So who knows what kind of, the article doesn't say what kind of account she has. Now, she's been a dispatcher, so she's got a great job. She works for the sheriff's office. She's a dispatcher for them. They make really good money there. I think she makes like $90,000 a year, which that's a good chunk of change. So hopefully she was doing good and she was trying to invest in stuff. Now, I don't want to get into my business, but I have not royalty checks. What's the dividend checks that come to me all the time from stock and purchases and stuff like that, and people buy and sell and splits. And so for me to see like 30 cents in my account, like a deposit for 30 cents, and then for me to see a deposit of like $20, I'm like going, oh, it was a really good month. She probably thought the same thing. Who knows what she saw in her bank account? Maybe she was getting, $50,000, $10,000 every quarter, and then all of a sudden she saw like a $1.2 million thing in her account, and she said, holy Christ, I did really well. I'm going to go ahead and take this out of this account that I use. It might be a dummy account just for deposits and stuff, and then move it over to her personal account and then go from there. So I don't know it. And they said, no, we messed up. How was I supposed to know? You already have access to my account. You put the money in there. I didn't ask you to do it. I didn't, if the bank did that, you'd be like, all right, well, I didn't deposit, my check is literally, $1,000. I didn't, and I put $1,000 in there. You guys messed up and put $1 million in there. All right, I can understand that. But she's not doing a deposit transfer. She's doing a straight, maybe dividend, straight tax, straight something. And Charles Schwab is the one that made the mistake. So I don't know what the laws fall in there. But I don't think she might get like maybe, I'm going to say years probation, maybe just a slap on the wrist. But for hold her in jail, come on. Hold her in jail? For what? For what? Did she shoot someone? Did she accidentally pull the regular gun instead of the taser? No, she didn't. She couldn't tell the difference. Did she do any of that? No. She come on. Let her out. $50,000 bond for that. That's ridiculous. Whoever the judge is on that, give me a break. Now, for those of you who want to go have a break, there are two places that are actually paying you, literally paying you, and you don't have to give the money back, believe me, to move into their towns. Now, I have a choice based on these two articles, I could either live in Italy or West Virginia. Now, hold on. I know what you're saying. Let's go with Italy. Hold on. Italy town is selling homes, some fully furnished, for $12,000 with a negotiating price as well. A quaint little town in southern Italy. Sounds great, doesn't it? Thermal spots, hiking, mountaintop views. Is hoping to give a new life to some of its old homes, in many cases for as little as $12,000 with a negotiable sales price. Here we go with the words again. Latrasino, home of nearly 4,000 residents, located at the southern ridge of the Balacarta. English is my second language, by the way. At the foot of Mont Alpi. It also sits in the middle of the Pollino National Park, the country's largest national state park. The picturesque town enjoys mild summers, sitting almost 900 meters or 3,000 feet for us Americans above sea level. It's also a quick drive to the Mediterranean coast, allowing for mountain hiking, trekking, and also to visit the sea all in the same day. The mayor, Vincino Calastino, why do they have to rhyme? Said that while his town has many opportunities to be in nature, it's very well connected. The mayor also said that the historical center and has served in his current role since 2007. We have highways that are 20 kilometers away. The nearest hospital is 20 kilometers away. The nearest airport's about 2 hours away by cars is in Naples. So we are very connected. The internet connection, as you can see, it works. As the mayor was talking over a Zoom call to this reporter here. You can take the best things out of two worlds, from the work and from the living in the area where there is no traffic, no pollutions, all in our area, he added. Italy has one of the oldest world populations, like many villages throughout the country. So there's all these places out there in this small little town. Many of the homes range for asking price of 10,000 euros or $12,000 to $35,000, with some listed even lower, selling even higher based on their locations and conditions. Now, you'll find several types of these houses are historical, so they are old. They are typical, and for watching the video here, and don't forget, for every podcast we do, has a matching video as well. Oops, go back to that. These homes look, they're not the Belle Isle houses. They're not the Bay Hill houses. They're not, the Beverly Hills type houses. These are, maybe 1,100 square feet, little houses, square tile floors, linoleum. There's not a whole lot to them. A lot of upgrades. So if you want to live there in Italy, that's great. Let's say, you come into $1.2 million. Man, I would pack my bags up, switch accounts 3 times, and head to Italy. That's what Kaylin should have done. Now, for those of you who still have ties here in the United States, there are some places that are still paying you to move to a little United States, U.S., little town, little suburb. As the song sang by John Denver, Take Me Home Country Road, West Virginia state officials want you to call their home state, and they want you to call their state your home, and they will pay you to move there. Yes, they will. The state is trying to recruit remote workers by offering them perks to move there. Now, here's what's happening. So with the whole COVID-19 virus, coming around, a lot of big corporations, my wife's being one of them, says, you guys, we're doing remote 100% from home. So everyone was like, yay, I don't have to live, in whatever shitty town that we live in this big high-priced city or town a suburb outside of where I got to commute to every day, and I can move anywhere I want and still work from home. That's why in Florida, I'm a Florida boy, born and raised. I sleep with ceiling fans on, even in the wintertime. Florida's getting so populated. Once they don't have any state sales tax, but what's happening is people are moving from up north down to Florida going, you know what, if I can work anywhere and still, if I can move anywhere and still do my job 100%, I'm going to Florida. I'm going to, yeah, enjoy the mosquitoes and the hurricanes down there, believe me. West Virginia's kind of doing the same thing. They will pay you $12,000 to move to their state and offer a whole bunch of other perks as well. They're looking for people who love the outdoors to relocate to the region and reverse their brain drain. The state is the only one in the country that's had fewer people living there now than they did in the 1950s. So if you're a remote worker and the move to West Virginia, you will get $12,000 and a year-long pass to this. You ready for this? Here's the list of stuff that they got. They might not have much, but they've got it. Whitewater rafting, year-long pass. Golf, rock climbing, horseback riding, skiing, ziplining, and other activities across through the whole entire state. The full benefit is more than $20,000. There will be workspaces set up that will serve as remote working hubs for those out-of-state companies that will connect to them remote work. I guess they're going to build like these little cubicles and stuff. You might have to drive somewhere to connect or whatever. I don't know if the internet's that good as well. But they'll have all these little remote working places for you as well. They'll build them. Applications are being accepted for 50 positions in Morgantown, I should say. If successful, the applications should have educational opportunities through the West Virginia University, which is based in the same town. There will also be positions opened up in Shepherdstown, Lewisburg, before the program is expanded to other communities. The program, which introduced in October when West Virginia University received a $25 million donation from its Intuit's board, the money was donated for the initial funding of the Future Remote Working Program, but was officially kicked off this week. So if you want to live in Italy, you can buy a cheap house over there. If you got a little bit of money, a little bit of sock away stuff, you know, where should we move? We got $100,000. Let's go buy a house and live in Italy forever. Or let's go to West Virginia and live there, and they'll pay us to live there. I don't like hiking. Well, tough shit. We're moving to West Virginia. So those are your two options. And that's the way you're going to see more and more of this stuff going on. You're going to see probably in Florida, you're going to start seeing more penalties, I would say, maybe, to move to Florida. Because that's, I mean, they're wide open. I mean, they're balls open, wide open with the whole COVID-19. So a lot of people are moving down there anyways. All right, when we come back, now, every Deacon Live show is about an hour long, and we do it once a week. Now, how do you know I'm a real person? How do you know I'm a real person? Well, there's a company right now that'll make you think of every movie, every commercial, every actor that you see now. Are they a real person as well? Stick around. We'll dive into that, and then we'll wrap up the show and let you guys get back to what you got to do. Stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. As you know, we broadcast just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, a beautiful little town we like to call Marshville. We have about 20-some-odd acres here. We have horses, cattle, chickens, all that stuff. And if you listen real close in the background, you can hear the occasional motorcycle drive by, and also a lawnmower or two, which is actually going on right now, just down at the bottom of the hill. But, you know, in the country, sound travels. I mean, you can click your fingers, you can hear it half a mile up the road. Now, we talked earlier about TikTok. And something new that's being released here, if you're a big TikTok fan, or if you're a, what do you call it, influencer, a lot of you people out there, are going to be excited right now, because right now, releasing in the United States and Canada, they've had it for a while overseas on TikTok, but now here, this filter is rolling out in the U.S. and Canada. It is called the TikTok shape-shifting filter, and it's going to go viral here in the next couple weeks. TikTok uses this filter, sees a user upload an image of a person, and then records themselves, and the filter will then transition between the two. The filter has been used numerous trends, including one that sees TikTok users sharing their celebrity lookalikes, another that sees users prank their family members or friends, thinking that the filter has been selected in a less flattering celebrity doppelganger for themselves. So more recently, TikTok users have been using this feature to find out which celebrity or character they most resemble by uploading a grid of images in the group photo and stuff. Now, what you say to yourself, well, why do we need that? Why do we need that? It sounds like so much fun. It's harmless fun, right? Nobody can get hurt. Nobody can get damage from it. But you ask yourself, well, why do we need this thing? Well, we don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need it. Someone else needs it. Someone else needs your face. Someone else needs your manners, the way you move, the way you talk, and stuff like that. And it's this company right here. Now, this, if you haven't gone to the DeaconLive video podcast section, I'll put this on the shared on as well. And you should go and see this right now, because it is almost... It's remarkable what they can do now with this new MetaHuman program. The creator is what it's called, MetaHuman. And the way you see this is go to prophetradio.com, click on DeaconLive. I'll put this on the shared on section, and also you can see the video in real time as we're talking about here in the studio. Now, last February, Epic Games has wowed us with their MetaHuman creator, a new cloud-based app that lets people make highly realistic digital humans that can be rigged to and animated in an Unreal Engine. At the time, the tool wasn't out yet, but today, Epic is opening up early for access. It won't be available for everyone to use right away, though, but you have to register your interest first, and then Epic will grant you access through the company. It says it will move quickly to let everyone in all at once. So here we go. I want you to see this video, and I'll post the video on the DeaconLive section of the podcast. If you didn't catch the announcement from the MetaHuman creator in February, I strongly recommend you watch this video. Here are two MetaHumans talking about themselves to see them in action. And these are digital avatars that move stunningly in realistic ways. Now, when I play this video, you're going to see pores. You're going to see eyelashes. You're going to see where the eyelashes go into your little eyelid or the lower eyelid. You're going to see little imperfections. The only thing that I can tell, where we can tell these people apart, even in the eyes, you can see all the little vessels and stuff in the person's eyes and the reflection in the eyes, wherever the camera's at. The only thing I can say is, well, I'll let you watch the video and then I'll give my opinion as far as how we're going to tell these people that are going to take over the world our movies and commercials and stuff.
I am a metahuman, the next generation of digital human powered by Unreal Engine. Metahumans are high-fidelity digital characters created by you, the user, on our new content creation platform, Metahuman Creator. I am fully rigged, ready for animation and motion capture, allowing you to work in context. With everything running live in Unreal Engine, my motion works seamlessly.
On other characters. I have 8 levels of detail and have been tested on a wide range of hardware platforms.
Okay, as you can understand, the voice is probably someone's voice. It's a voice over, but the way the person voice connects to the facial expressions of this app, quote unquote, avatar, the MetaHuman, is so unrealistic.
From feature film to mobile. If you're interested in learning about my animation,
here's the part right here. If you're watching this part of the video,
rig or high fidelity.
There it is, right there. So there's a close-up of his mouth, and everyone's teeth is there's a reason why there's crime stories about teeth bite marks, and everyone's teeth that's a MetaHuman is perfect. Now, granted, they're a little discoloration, there's a separation and stuff, but the teeth, they just don't have the teeth right yet. So if you're watching this, here we go. I'll continue with this.
Deformations built on control rig, the new strand-based hair system via the groom component, or how everything is tied together and animated in sequencer. Then have a look under the hood in this project. This is just a glimpse of things to come.
So if you were to see this, like if I were to show you a picture of them, you would go, oh, that's a person. That's a person that's got a filter on or something like that. These are metahumans. And what they're going to end up doing is, in my opinion, because my opinion counts for everything. And here's a gallery of all these are all digitally animated pores, unibrows, freckles, lips, no scars or anything, where the eyelashes meet the eyelids, like I said before, wrinkles, age spots. This is the new thing that's coming out. And all you actors out there, you better be pretty damn good, because your job's going to be taken over here shortly. If they can make these people move, act, hey, cut, do it again. I don't like the way that can you make their eyes look to the left and to the right? Sure thing, boss. Sure thing, boss. You know, and the guy clicks and does a couple other things. But these metahumans are coming out. They are so realistic. Now, it's going to take a while for them to start working them in the movies. They tried to do it many times with people that they fired for movies and trying to recast their face and stuff into certain movies. But this is a new thing coming out there. So find out who's making that. I think Epic, what did I say? Epic Games or something like that. Let's see. Go back to that. Epic Games, and buy some stock in them. Stop buying that stupid Dogecoin. Actually, buy this Dogecoin. I got Dogecoin. All right, we come back. I got some for the kiddies, and I got some for the adults, and we'll wrap up the show and let you guys get back to what you got to do. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Make sure you follow us all our social networks and show some support to all the bands, all the sponsors of the show. And the way you do that is go to Prophet Radio, Prophet Radio. Click on all their sections there. Show some support and love and let them know that you like what we're doing and you like what they're doing as well. Now, some people that might like what's going on here. Are you a fan of like the hard seltzers and stuff? My wife drinks the White Claw. Oh, White Claw. And I'm like, well, try the other one. No, that tastes different. No, shit, they all taste the same. Well, all the way from Saratoga Springs, New York, Artisanal Brew Works comes out with a new Artisanal Brew Works brand. Remember as a kid, you liked anything sour? You remember the Warheads? Well, yes, now they're releasing an extreme Warhead sour hard seltzer. They have blue raspberry, watermelon, black cherry, and lemon. From the makers of Warhead Sour Extreme Sour Ales comes your next summer obsession. Tart, refreshing, and crushable sour candy seltzers are unlike any seltzers you have seen before. Made in collaborations with the Impact Confections that make the Warheads, these hard seltzers were created using Warhead's own candy flavorings. So, you know, not that it's just seltzer water now that they have Warhead's candy flavorings in it. While the candy's transition from extreme sour to full flavor is soothingly sweet, we choose to make our seltzers mimic the point when the candy transitions from extreme sour to full flavor. So I guess there's a full sour and then the candy release on that. So check them out there. They should be out there in your local markets or your local Publix or Winn-Dixie or Ingles or wherever you guys get your hard seltzer from. That's Warhead's Extreme Sour Hard Seltzer from Artisanal Brew Works in Saratoga Springs, New York. Now, someone who's really extreme and has been a staple. Has been a staple in any of our lives, from if you're 16 to 66, if you're 100 to less than 100, that's basically everyone right now. You know the name Hulk Hogan. This little kid right here is 6 years old, dressed up and going face to face with Hulk Hogan, who's now, I forget what he is, 68, 69, something like that, at this fighting arena. Every 90s kid's dreams comes true. and this kid walks in there, and I guess he's met him a couple times. Listen to the banter back and forth, and you can see this video. Go to prophetradio.com, click on DeaconLive, and that video will be there as well. Here you go. Listen. It's funny. The kid's so smart. He knew all the stuff. Here we go.
Let me tell you something, brother. When you walk in this beat shop, I'm surprised that you still got the shirt on, Jack.
Let me tell you something, Hulkster. The first time I met you, I was only 3 years old, but now I'm 6 years old. So now we gotta take it to a bigger level, man. Just like when you press that no good stinky giant over your head and slam them right through the canvas in front of 93,000 Hulkamaniacs. So what are they gonna do when the power of the Hulkster and the roaster and the dual 24-inch pythons run wild on you?
There goes the shirt. And Hulk Hogan gives him a big old high five, big handshake, and says, "Man, you're the reason why I do this, man. You are the reason that keeps me up in the morning, or gets me up in the morning to sign these fanfare stuff." He met him when he was 3. He came back at 6 years old, gave him the Hulk the taste of his own medicine, and there you go. All right, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for hanging out with us and downloading us and doing the stuff that connects us to you and you to us. I'll let you guys get back to what you got to do. My name's the Deacon saying goodnight and good night.
Wait, come back.
This is the end. The absolute end.
Écoute-moi.
Thanks, guys. Take care. Good night. There it is.